Reem'o, Meerak.
Hey.
In 2020.
2020 heavy.
Yo, episode 3, we definitely was doing the post-game report on New Year's Eve. Now episode 4.
Getting into it. We getting into it.
Already getting into the money bag.
Hey.
Money bags all the way.
2020,
That
the clear
guap,
vision.
that dinero,
Clear
them
vision.
finances.
You know what it is. And y'all know community D community.
I thought we was leaving that in
don't worry about that.
2019.
You're right, but guess
We
what?
still-
I know, but
I thought
the
the
community D
community-
community is still around.
Yeah, the community impeached you.
No, they didn't impeach me, though.
Yeah.
They didn't know.
The
Trump
community
got impeached.
impeached.
Trump got impeached.
The community impeached
Trump
the community D.
Trump got
Yeah, listen.
impeached.
Listen.
Reem'o don't get impeached in the community.
Yeah, listen.
Unless
They
I'm,
voted.
Unless I'm not laying it down right, that's
Yo,
the
they
only time
vo-
I get impeached.
They voted.
Other than that, Reem'o is still in office, goddammit. But nonetheless, yo, like I said, man, yo, we here, episode 4, you know what it is.
Happy New Year.
Oh, it was good, man.
Yo, Happy New Year.
Hey, listen.
Yo, what's
Yeah,
up?
I know. I mean, we said Happy New Year last time, but
Yeah,
no,
but I'm
this
just
is
saying.
the official Happy
All
New Year.
right, fine.
This is
We in
official Happy New
2020, the new year has started,
Right.
and what everybody should be focusing on now is their finances. We all know tax season is right around the corner, but more importantly,
Yo,
when
by the way,
HR
all you women of the
No.
community,
Right.
this is your
They looking
time
for
to
that
pay me back.
refund. What?
No, it's time to
pay
pay
you
me
back. You better cash
Pay
out
me-
them
no,
dollars.
they gotta
You
pay me
better
back.
cash out them
So you need to
dollars.
give me them kids. No, you
You going to jail for that.
All
You
those
going to jail for that.
$40
You going to
be
jail
add
for
up.
that.
Listen, don't worry about that. I use the alias.
Yeah.
Can't arrest an alias name.
So we have a amazing guest. We
Amazing,
have that
amazing.
dude. We have
Amazing.
Money Mayweather of finance.
Oh, wait.
We have the
Whoa.
I don't even want to have to intro him because
No.
he's already intro.
No, you
but I'm
gotta
gonna let it
introduce the
rock.
man.
We have drum roll, please. We need a drum roll beat.
No,
What's
we
good?
not-
What's
okay,
going
no,
on? What's
don't worry about it. We're gonna
what's
get that
going
in
with the
the
budget?
budget.
Like,
Yeah.
we got the one and only Ash motherfucking Cash in the
Hey.
building. In
By the way,
the building.
Yeah.
Home zone.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yes,
Home
sir. Ace World all day. Yes, sir.
Even though he's in Atlanta.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Home zone.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Let's
sir.
get that
You
right.
moved. You either
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right.
Yes, sir. Harlem, you know what I mean? It's in the blood, though.
What's good? It's your-
129th,
what's up?
8th Avenue, St. Nick. We in the building.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
You
right.
gotta rep the set always. You know what I mean?
Always.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Up the hill,
Up
down.
the west.
Yeah, yes.
Up the west.
Yeah, the west side.
All right.
There you
Best
go.
side, you know what I mean?
West side's
West
the best
side's
side.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
No
I
disrespect.
like
I know 1199.
Yeah.
Back shout to El Barrio.
Yeah, right.
I got some
Hey.
folks over there too. You know what I'm saying?
The
Yeah.
Ruben Sprayer was born in the D.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really?
And all that.
1199. You know what I mean?
But
Fast shout to
now
yeah.
he lives in the west side.
Okay.
Yeah.
No betrayal.
We done switched over. So,
Yeah,
you
no
know.
betrayal. Hey, listen,
So-
the water's better than the seafood's better.
Facts.
So, as we were just saying, what's good? Intro, what's up? What's up, Ash?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm just happy to be here. Happy that y'all,
Mr.
got me here.
Finance, Mr. That guap, that
man.
money.
Yeah,
yo.
yeah.
We have the finance of the finance financial expert here, and we're just gonna chop it up about a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But first and foremost, what you got going on?
Just trying to help people change their mindset to manage their money better. Period. I think so. So this year, 2020. I mean,
What's
for
the
me,
2020 mantra.
yeah. So 2020 mantra is to change your relationship with money.
Okay.
Too many people are working hard for money when money needs to work hard for them. Period.
Agreed.
Period.
So your money can't be a side piece. Your money has to be your main.
Yeah, it gotta be a main piece. It can't be a
Now,
side
can
piece.
the money?
Yeah.
Now, I gotta ask you,
Yeah.
can the money
Did you?
be used?
You
for,
asked me for $40
happy hour
earlier.
tricking?
No.
All right, so yeah. So let me
Wait a second.
let
All
me
right,
clear this up real
I
quick.
need to know something. I
Right.
need
Yeah.
to know how much money does a dude need
Yeah.
to date 2 to 3 chicks?
Yeah.
I don't want to use the term tricking.
Yeah.
Ladies, I'm going to use splurging.
Yeah. It ain't
to
tricking if you got it.
Ain't tricking, you ain't got it.
To
Right, you know what I'm
splurge and
Especially
enjoy
at happy hour.
dating.
Right, yeah.
Now, dating involves 2 people being single, dating each other. We're not talking
Yeah.
about you married. We're not talking about you in a situationship, this person on the side. We're talking about a dude who's dating multiple people.
Yeah.
How much dough, how much money does he need to date, and how much of his disposable income should he really be using?
Yeah.
doing that?
So that's a dope question, right? And so I think of it this way, right? That so you see my shirt, right? See, good health, happiness,
Yes.
love,
Love,
success,
success,
prosperity,
prosperity.
And
money.
money.
Money's the last thing.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
And so good health makes
Yep.
you taking care of your health, right?
Okay.
Happiness,
Okay.
number 2. And so
I see that smile.
if community D makes you happy, it comes before the money.
I let you know. Until the,
Yo,
until the
community
Jamaican
D
trip.
Right,
got it.
right.
Pieces.
Right.
He got it.
If
pieces.
it makes you happy, it comes next.
Jamaican trip. I'm letting the women in the
Yeah.
community D
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
What, the 90 days? We
All
still
right.
with
No,
that?
no,
Yo,
hold on.
This dude.
After the Jamaican trip, that's
Right.
when I start behaving.
Right.
All right, so
right.
we got a
Let me
couple
know.
more months.
Right.
Yeah, come on, man.
And
Come on,
so
Mus.
and so for me, I feel like this, right? I feel like in order to make your money, so I say 30% of your money, right? Any money that comes in, I think 10% needs to go to a financial freedom fund.
Got it.
Right?
Got it.
10% you should give away.
Okay.
And then 10% you should splurge,
okay,
trick,
so
whatever.
Splurge. So the 10% is on the.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I did watch a video that you had.
Yep.
It was one of your latest guest appearances, I believe, for 2019.
Mm-hmm.
But you were talking about the information for 2020.
Yeah.
Now, do you know of the saving bracket? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a saving bracket. You learn how to save $5,000 in a year, $10,000.
For sure.
Was what you just said? Was that derived from
the formula,
or was it just you just said this specific number?
Yeah.
Is what one should set for themselves to definitely save for the future year.
Yeah, so for me, I've done, I've been in the finance world for over 20 years, right?
Wow.
And so, straight out of high school, I was a teller at a bank, I was a branch manager, I was a private banker, I did everything in banking,
success,
right?
Baby.
And so with my knowledge, I've seen every variation of savings and all that stuff. And what I've realized for what is most effective, not even just for me, what's most effective is
for the
percentages.
Average Joe Schmo.
Not even for the average Joe Schmo, for every single person, right? So what I'm saying is I love percentages because financial freedom means different things to different people.
True.
And so if I'm telling you how to save $5,000, right, and you might look at me like, save $5,000, and I spend that on a weekend, right?
Ooh,
you feel me?
Hold on, put that message out there, bro.
No, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? As an example, it's all relative. So I feel like you should not put a number to finance. You should put a percentage to it. So if you're making 30,000, that 10-10-10. It still, you know what I'm saying, applies. You make 300,000, that 10-10-10 still applies. You make 3 million, that 10-10-10 still applies. And so I realized that that's what happens. See, what happens is people change their, I don't have it right now, so I'm gonna do $1,000, and then when I have it, I'm gonna forget about this 10%, and now it's gonna up to 30% or 50%, and then that's how we got people who are multimillionaires, people who make a lot of money, who still live paycheck to paycheck. Like money does not change their habits. Correct. I know people who got like a lot of money, but they're still slaves to their job. They're still slaves to to what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mixtapes, putting out bad music,
playing
on the field.
Yeah.
Barely all for that check because they live in paycheck to paycheck.
Right. And so that's why if you have like a percentage and you just keep to that percentage, no matter what, you good money.
So the dude is dating and he's like, listen, I'm gonna take 5%.
Yep.
Of my money, my income, and I'll use that to splurge and date. He's good.
I think so.
He's allocated a certain numerical, percentage for a fund.
Yeah, within that 10%. So 10%. He should be putting away for financial freedom, right? And so that money's stacking. He's going to use that to change that relationship with money, right? He's going to also, have that 10%, making sure he gives that out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a big believer, law of attraction, karma. I believe that like the more you give, the more you get. Okay. So I want you to be in. It could be the church. It could be to somebody who inspires you. It could be whatever it is, right? Just give.
Okay.
But then that other 10%, you can do whatever you want with it, right? Because that 10% that you splurging on is going to make you happy, and that happiness
is what's
going to bring on what's next. It's going to bring you that love, that
success, that prosperity, that good health.
Exactly.
So, Mr. Community D, you have an exact figure of what you should be spending and allocating for any extracurricular activities.
I definitely don't go above about maybe like 1,200.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's give it a buck.
As you said, 1,200. It's tax time. So let's chop it up about tax time. Everyone should be taking their money. Usually most people get a refund.
Yes.
So you got this refund, you got this money coming in, and we want to make sure people are at the top of the year, at the top of the top, since we in January, making sure people are taking that money that they're getting back and putting it into the right money-making investment opportunity or right vehicle so that they can be good for 2021.
For sure.
So as it relates to, refunds and extra money that somebody has coming in, what do you think is the best way to stash it away to flip it?
Yeah. So here's what I would say, and this might be shocking to what people would normally think that I would say. I want you to not spend your tax money.
Good.
I want you to hold on to your tax money.
Okay.
I don't want you to think about flipping it. I don't want you to think about how you're gonna grow it.
No flipping.
I don't want you to think about flipping it.
No,
I don't want you to
think, I'm gonna do some gambling.
None of that.
Flip
none of that. And this is what I'm gonna tell you why, right? most people who get tax returns, this is going to be the biggest time that they have
that amount of money at one time
to be happy.
Into front.
Right, into front, right?
Let's keep it above.
But see, what happens is what happens is this,
got
right?
my check.
Is that money is supposed to circulate. There's supposed to be a flow of money, meaning that if money comes out, you should have a way that money is coming back to you.
Understood.
What happens
Are
is
y'all hearing
because
this? He's dropping them jewels, people. He's
Right?
dropping them jewels.
Because
it comes out, you gotta come back in.
back in, right?
It's a flow.
And because people are not used to having money, when they get it, they're used to the same flow of it going out and then not coming back
Never
in.
to return again.
And so what happens is
check again.
Right. And so what happens is that habit of saying, okay, I'm so used to when I get money, it goes back out. Now this is the first time in the top of the year where you have this insurgence of money. I want you to hold on to it because I want you to know how it feels to actually have money.
Have something. You can look at your bank account and see some
Right.
zeros behind that decimal.
Right.
Not a negative, not an insufficient fund.
Right. Don't think about what family you gotta help. Don't think about new furniture. Don't think about popping bottles. Don't think about none of that. Think about keeping that money in the account so you could gain that feeling. And I promise you, and just try it, right?
Sure, because it becomes something that you do automatically when you receive money. Period. Point blank.
But then there's the feeling of abundance, the feeling of having money. Allows you to make better decisions and actually allows you to attract more opportunities to make more money.
Love it.
And so at the top of the year, if you're holding on to that money, right? If you're holding on to that money at the top of the year, you now feel rich. You now feel abundant. I'll give you an example, right? I'll give you an example that everybody can relate to, right?
Let me see. What's the example?
You're not poor until you are aware of your poorness.
Got it.
Meaning this. Like right now, it's Monday. Bills could have came out and all that stuff. You don't start feeling poor until you log into that account and you see the balance went down or the negative, whatever it is. That's how you start feeling poor. But prior to that,
Reem'o, because you seem like you say
I've been there.
My youngest, but
you good now. You good now.
Yeah,
okay.
when you understand, it's a different story.
I've been there. I've been at a point.
You been there too?
Absolutely.
Listen.
I've been at a point.
You hear that?
I've been there. I've been at the point where, you know what I'm saying, like, it's the weekend time, I'm spinning.
Dipping
and because it's the weekend, those joints don't hit till Monday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's on the float. It's on the float. So that joint, right, that joint hit on Monday, and then when it hit on Monday, you like, yo, I just got paid, B. Yo, how
old? Like, I got go to work.
I got $15.
Like, yo, fam.
You know what I'm saying? I got $15 left.
Negative.
And so what happens though?
Nah, you know, maybe negative 24. Maybe that's about it.
Negative 1500. You went over.
Negative 1500. Hell, man, if I ever go negative 1500, I have to not only reevaluate my life,
right? I have
to also reevaluate my friends.
That's
you
true.
allowed me to go negative 1500.
That's true.
You sucker bastard.
You was popping the bottles. You was entertaining. Again, we talking about entertaining, splurging.
Let me tell you, not to cut you off. Let me tell you when I stopped popping bottles.
Yeah, when you
I
stop?
used to do promoting. So when I started knowing the numbers,
the profit margin,
how his game was with it, I said, "Oh, hell no!"
Crazy.
I just gave the club $400 off a $50 bottle.
On $40 bottle, exactly.
Nah, it's over.
And that's the formula they still use today.
It's 8,000% markup.
People still be on it.
It's
but it's more for show though. It's like, yo, I got it. I wanna, I wanna drink this at the club.
I show off at happy hour too.
Facts.
Did you with the two?
But what I was saying about, the awareness part of it is that as you look at your account and you're aware that,
I got no money. Let me check my account
now
right
your
now.
mind is like, damn, I'm poor, whatever, right? And so what I'm saying is, think about that awareness if you have money. Now you're like, oh, I got it.
Correct.
Right? So now you're able to log in, you see you got the bread.
Preserve it.
Now, you know what I'm saying? When you feel abundant, I can only speak to my experience.
No, right.
When I feel poor, everything start happening.
Correct.
That, like bills come, everything happens.
But
when I get, let's say I get a big check from somebody. When I get that big check,
he be on them big
I get a big check from somebody. I be like, it make me feel so good. Then all of a sudden, all these other opportunities start to pop up, and I'll be like, all right, I'll take all that. Yeah.
Got it.
And so I want everybody at tax time to get that same feeling. So when you get that big check, don't spend it. Hold on to it. View it. Love it. Pay attention to it and allow other opportunities to come in.
So you spending your tax money in Jamaica, or you already had this allocated? This finance.
I'll be in Jamaica by then, so I'm not even worried about it.
You're not even worried about it. It's gonna come. You're not even gonna think about it. You're just gonna stash it away.
I already had a plan way ahead.
All right, so you
already got paid off.
All right, so Jamaica
Long
paid
time.
off.
Yeah,
You're not gonna call me or call anybody like, yo,
I ain't hitting nobody with
Western
no
Union.
I ain't hitting nobody
Cash
with
out me some money. I'm at the airport.
No cash
They got me. I'm in the club.
I'm
heavy on the rum punch.
I'm on the beach.
Heavy on the rum punch in the club. I need. Give me $40.
I don't care about no loan. No.
Yo, Ash, you dropped some really good advice about that tax refund because, like I said, it's the top of the year, and we want to make sure people are utilizing their finances in a manner that they can speak to for 2021 and making sure they're good for them, not only themselves but also like their legacy. Like, you know, get your shit right, get your finances in order. You know, because it don't feel good. Health, happiness, and love. None of that can operate without the right financial, finances behind that.
Sure.
So,
and the other thing I want to say real quick though too about tax time is that a lot of times the majority of what people do is they get this lump sum of money and want to start paying off debt.
Yeah.
Please do not do that. Please do
many
not
people
pay
do
off
that.
debt.
I thought that was the right way. Just
please
pay
don't do that.
everything off.
No, do not
you don't
do
have to
that.
think about it
let's
anymore.
get
Do not do that.
please.
Do not do that. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't do that, right? So most people don't understand that the people they're paying the debt off to, like whether it's collections or the people that you owe, might not even own the debt that you actually are paying off.
Understood.
And so what happens is that you and a lot of people don't realize exactly they sell them off. Number one, number two, debt has an expiration date. You don't owe it forever.
Correct.
Unless you're sued, like unless your creditor sued you, then you got 21 years to pay that off, right?
Got it.
If they did not sue you,
Are y'all hearing this?
if they did not
Can
sue
we repeat that?
right? Unless you got sued, unless like you owe a credit card bill and they took you to court and sued you, then you owe that debt for 21 years.
Understood. 21 years.
Other than that, any debt that you have will fall off with time.
Okay. Okay.
And so what happens is a lot of times people are at year 4, 5, or 6,
In a debt.
and it's about to fall off, and they take a lump sum of money because they're like, oh, it's 2020, I'm about to get my money right, my mind right. My bills paid. I'm paying off.
Zero
Right,
balance.
Finally get that make out.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm paying off all my debt. You know what I'm saying? They do that.
Neutral.
Right. They do that, and then they take all this money that they shouldn't have paid, and they pay off this debt. So do not pay off debt.
Yeah.
What I want you to do is, if you owe any debt or whatever the case may be, talk to somebody.
Okay, so talk to them before you even address.
Yes, no.
No, I mean, so it really depends, right? I don't like
your
debt
credit score
consolidation.
can be hurt. Your credit score can
but
be.
I say, so
your research.
NYC, you know what I'm saying? All around the country, there are free financial counselors that you can sit with, right? So Google financial counselors. There's nonprofit organizations that could like sit down and give you a game plan. Okay. There are, if you search the internet, there are financial coaches and things of that nature. I mean, holla at your boy, Ash Cash.
Hey,
you know what I mean? I got programs.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I got programs out there
Money man.
that I can help you, you know what I'm saying, get your mind right, get your money right. But let's do that first. Before you spend $1,
Got it.
talk to somebody, get
Got
a
it.
game plan to
True.
figure out how you're going to use that
What's
money.
the next steps? What's the next steps? So, you dropping the jewels after jewels after jewels.
I ain't gonna lie to
Listen,
you,
I
Ash
hope our
Cash.
audience
You
appreciates
about to
this.
save me out the community. All you women out of community,
Did I hear correctly?
you in trouble.
Yo.
Church doors is open, baby.
Nah, ain't no church doors open. Ain't no church doors open. No ring-a-ding bells. Why you out of trouble?
You want to ring a ding?
All that splurging and
No,
tricking
2
and
for
happy
2.
hour.
Yo,
Ring-a-ding 2 for 2.
yo.
You might be getting 1 for 1 or half for
Or
1.
none for none.
You might get a sip of my drink and that's
Yo.
it.
And here's the other thing. So I don't want to miss this too. So when I talk about the 10-10-10,
Yeah.
the other thing that I want everybody to do, right, is you have to separate your funds.
Yeah.
Right.
Out of sight, out of mind, right?
Okay, good,
and
good,
so
good.
your financial freedom fund should not be mixed with your splurging fund. Should not be mixed with your
regular
bills,
bank account
right?
or-
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I say everybody should at least have 3 bank accounts.
Right.
You
I agree.
should have a financial freedom fund.
Got
you
it.
should have a bill account where all your bills are being paid from.
True.
And then that last thing is that 10% for splurging.
That's
yourself.
splurge.
Right, for yourself. So that way,
There we
now when you log it in, you looking what balance you got, you looking at the money that you can actually
Correct,
spend.
that exact
opposed to
balance.
being confused by like,
I
I
got
got 500.
okay.
And you forget, nah, it's
I
not
got
500 because
bills,
this got to go to
That's
Verizon
true.
or whatever.
Automatic is coming
Yeah.
out.
Right, exactly. And so
Your
I
rent
started
roll,
to
that,
be paid.
that mortgage
Right,
is coming out.
Right. And so that
Like
way,
30 days.
when you got that 10%,
Yes.
you got that debit card with that 10% on it, and you know
That's
your
all
limit.
Yeah, true. That's all you. After you out, you out.
You out,
You
yeah, after
decline. You
you out.
denied at the cash register.
Stop
That's
getting these
it.
credit
That's
cards.
it. That's it.
That's
That's
it.
Stop getting these
That's
Macy
it.
cards.
Yo, listen, I
Stuck
know
you
with
the
those
polo sweats.
high
Facts.
high APR rates.
What?
So we're gonna move on to a loan. Everybody got someone in a family or a
Hey.
friend asking for, let me get a loan, let me hold this,
Yo,
listen, let me get a
loan. Let
me hold this. I'm Yo, so you have your key people around you, and we're gonna switch it up to you have your boo or you have your dude. Like, yo, can I hold $1,000? Because they know you got money coming in. Or even if that, they know when that pay period hit. They know when your money's in that account, and they're like, let me hold a G, let me hold 1,200, let me hold 1,000. What do you say to the person that's constantly being bombarded with, let me hold something, let me get 100, let me get 1,000, I'll pay you back.
In the words of the great Killer Cam,
one chick, Purple Haze 2, best album out right now.
He back. Yo, one chick asked me to give her a loan.
Woo!
Only thing I leave you is a loan.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? And so,
baby.
Yo, fast out the Killer.
So
I would say,
if you listening, Purple Haze 2 is everything.
Yeah, he's back. One of the best storytellers out. Yo, and so that's what I would say, right? Because what happens is this: if somebody is at a space where they're always asking you for a loan, you definitely need to leave them alone.
Got it.
Because
come on, it's your loved one, it's your family, it's your mom.
Yeah,
you know how the moms be like, yo,
I don't care. I don't care who it is, right? Because what happens is this, right? What happens is this.
No.
You have to be able to pour from a cup that's overflowing.
True.
Right? And so if you're
run that back.
You want to pour
back,
right?
pull back,
You
pull
want
back.
You want to pour?
Say that balls again. Pull back, son.
You have to be able,
right?
You have to be able to pour from a cup that's overflowing.
Understood.
And what happens is this, is that people, and I could talk from my experience. At one point, I had survivor's guilt. That's what it's called.
Wow.
That's the only reason people do it.
You made it out.
You made it out. You got people you love who have not made it.
Who've been rocking with you since day one.
Rocking with you since day one.
Day one people.
And so what happens is you got survivor's guilt, so you give them anything they ask for. Not realizing that you didn't make it out asking people for stuff.
Correct.
You didn't make it out by getting loans.
Correct.
You made it out
pulling up your bootstraps. Working
right?
hard.
And so what happens is, if you really love them, you're gonna allow them to like I can't get in the way what God's trying to do in your life.
Correct. You gotta go out there and fish. I can teach you how to fish.
Right, exactly.
You gotta go out there and fish. I taught you.
Anybody who knows me, I do not give any money away.
Yeah.
I give opportunity. Like if you need an opportunity, if you grinding, it's like this. Like and I have no qualms about this, right? I walk into a gas station.
Yeah.
And a dude is holding the door and he's like asking me for money. I would not give him not a dime.
Not a dime?
Not a dime.
Oh,
but I get out my car and homie run up to me and be like, yo, let me pump the gas for you. My G, go ahead.
Okay, so you want like some kind of act of service?
Yes.
Okay. Not like, yo, I just holding the door is not enough.
I didn't get it by asking though.
Got it.
I did not get it by asking.
Them dudes be pulling at my heartstrings, man.
So like the young dude, like so the young people that's running around. Yeah. You selling water? Give me the whole case.
Correct. I get it. I'm with that.
Because when I was 8 years old, I was packing bags.
Got you hustling.
I was hustling. When I was 12, I was on 25th Street.
You knew.
Selling T-shirts and mixtapes.
You knew.
Right. My moms ain't had it.
Right.
I understand.
And so I wasn't out there asking people for nothing. I was out there getting it. So that's my experience.
Correct.
And so
you respect that hustle.
Anybody who asks, you got to leave them alone because, and here's the real reason why you leave them alone, because it's all about mindset.
Understood.
Right? It's a crutch and it's a mindset. And what happens is the mindset of somebody.
Her they asking,
exactly.
Him they asking, and everybody's giving them.
Exactly.
That's the thing. That's all they know.
Exactly.
Everybody's giving them.
And so this mindset of gimme is the wrong mindset to be around.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, yo, I need a loan, yo, be like, yo, Ash Cash, B, yo, I need $1,000, bro. Like, what we could do to break some bread together.
Correct. Let's break some bread.
Like, I got a homie right now who just came home.
Woo.
Who's like, yo, Ash, B, and that's why I respect this dude. Fast shout out to my guy Wes.
Woo.
Yo,
shout out to Wes.
The dude hit me, and he wasn't like, yo, I see you out here popping, Let me hold something. He said, yo, my G. He said, yo, my G.
You didn't put anything on
the book? I just came home, and I got this book.
Wow.
That's fire. Yo, how we could connect we could put this book out.
Yeah, that's
I said, my G, let's go.
And that's what we want. That's what you want.
That's the better, not loan, but that's the better gift.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Right? Because at the end of the day, had he said to me,
let me hold something.
Block
on
Facebook.
So you've been cut off from your most...
And no disrespect to nobody.
Right.
But y'all know what it is.
Yo, seriously.
I ain't never give nobody nothing.
Understand.
But I will break bread. I got fam right now who off the streets who are eating now.
Yo,
off of opportunities that we did together. So let's break bread together.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if we could break bread, so anybody in your circle who's asking for a loan, in the words of Killer Cam, leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Shout out to Cam. Purple Haze too.
Where it comes from, I think it's individuals don't. Let me see this as nice as I can.
Just say it.
They just don't want to put the work ethic, or even for that matter, they don't perceive themselves to see, okay, you know what, my homie or my individual will do that task with me. You know what I'm saying? Now they'll go to a stranger with it,
right?
Because strangers, it's no real emotional tie.
Gotcha.
But
exactly.
Your people, your family members, there's an emotional tie.
Correct. You feel a certain
after
kind of way.
Emotional tie comes now. All right, well, he's not gonna put no real boundary on me. He's not gonna put no real boundary.
They just wanna let me rock.
And I agree with everything you said 1,000% wholeheartedly. Like I feel like we as people, or even our people for that matter, I feel when we stop having that crab in a barrel mentality, or even for that matter, the mentality of, like you said, the survivor's guilt.
Yep.
You know, we gotta
True,
stop.
You made
doing
it out.
We gotta stop doing that because we're in
it's
an era.
It's tough though,
no,
man.
But we're in an era. But we're in an era
where
right
anybody
now.
can make some money.
Yo,
you can't make no money in this world. It's big.
Yo, log on. You gotta log on and make some money.
You could be an Uber driver.
That's true.
You could be a Postmate.
So many vehicles.
Get a bike. Go get deliver food.
You're right. You're right.
Yo, if you got an iPhone, Android, you can make money from your phone.
Exactly. Just get a phone. You got a phone.
Negro,
so listen.
No broken equipment.
Yo,
you sell it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
That's so true.
Sell what you got on Facebook Marketplace. Flip that money. Get a TLC license.
Yo,
Uber, Lyft driver.
Y'all laying down a blueprint for people to get put on.
Yeah. That's real success.
Because our family members and friends with the let me hold I need, that's kind of definitely been a detrimental point to our own finances. Again,
and building wealth as a community too.
Because you're constantly giving out all your money,
right?
And you, at the end of the day, who's winning? Not you,
right?
Not them,
right?
So you have a whole community of people that's, for lack of a better word, fucked up financially, because they're not doing it right. So I'm glad that we're gonna, again, this is 2020, everybody. We are starting it off with Mr. Finance, Ashcash, dropping these jewels, dropping these gems, talking about how we're gonna move. This is how we moving. We're not going back. This is exactly how we moving going forward.
And here's the other thing I want to say though too about the Survivors Guild and people asking you for stuff and all that stuff. At the end of the day, this is what you need to do. If you're one of those people who are always being approached, you don't know how to deal with your family and all that stuff, just know this. As long as you have the proper financial plans in place, meaning that you're not, that money that you would have gave them, you're saving that money, and now you're taking that money and investing in residual income and properties and intellectual property and things that can change that relationship with money instead of you working for money, money's working for you. Now you are in a better position to give opportunities, right?
Correct.
And then now, if the more and more you tell them no, and you use that money to get in position to build other things, that same person that's asking, you can now either employ them, you can teach them. Now you so they might be mad at you in the beginning. And,
Correct.
And
they might be mad for a moment.
Right.
It's the emotion.
But
no, but I love you, but no. That's my favorite phrase. I love you, but no.
And eventually, if you do it the right way, you could come back to them, and then they'll understand why you said no in the beginning. Because you got to teach them. You're in the
keyword.
Exactly.
Understanding.
Exactly.
I love you, but no.
Let's get back to your background.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, definitely you dropped tremendous gems, but I want our fan base to understand of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, take us into like. The dark, like, no, real talk, let's get it. No, let's get it.
Yeah.
Take us into
from the bottom to the top.
No, not even
started from the.
Take us into the darkest moments, and let us know where was the climax or the turning point where now boom.
Yeah.
Everything's go.
My man got shot in his neck.
What? Oh my God.
So and you know, God willing, thank God he's still with us. You know what I'm saying?
Thank God.
You know what I mean? And you know, I won't say no names. I promise respect. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
But yeah, my man got shot in his neck, man. So if you from the hood, you understand that there's always civil wars, right? When there's a transition of power, you got the young dudes who want it, you got the OGs who got it. None of them are trying to let go.
Correct, that leverage. They like,
and so there was a year where there was a civil war in the hood.
It was like blood.
And my man who got shot OG put it down. Like if you that's why I'm not saying his name, because if you say his name, you know how you get down. You know what I'm saying? But then it was the young cats out there who was, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to right.
I know that term period.
Young cats was trying to get yeah. So they was trying to get they chops and salute to them too, because they got busy too. They got busy too.
It's competitive.
And so what happened was,
no love and
you know what I'm saying? Like funny thing about it, I was playing both sides. So I was still working at the bank. I think I was a banker at the time. But I still was, you know what I mean? Like I still was on the block heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like and I was on the block heavy. And so I remember this day where I was supposed to be on 8th Avenue.
Really?
Right?
Wow.
I was supposed to be on 8th Avenue. But I think I had like a meeting. I had something important that day that I was like, nah, I can't hang out tonight or whatever. I gotta be out. So I was in. And I actually got the call the next morning.
Wow.
And it was like, yo, such and such got shot in his neck. And I said, oh, so a couple of things happened to me, right? Number one, I realized that I could have been out there.
Yep.
Had I been out there, I don't know.
Yeah,
what,
you don't
what
know
the outcome, what could have happened, number one. Number two, I felt like the universe, God, Allah, Buddha was telling me, you gotta pick a side, bro.
Correct.
You can't play both sides. You can't be like
giving you these
corporate
opportunities.
dude. You can't be you out.
Yeah.
You have no reason to be on 8th Avenue. Like, why are you on this
Absolutely not. Absolutely
bro,
not.
you sit with millionaires every day talking about their money. Why are you on 8th Avenue? Act like you're a drug dealer. I'm gonna be honest, right?
Why are you
so
doing
I was getting money, and so I was fresh.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the ladies thought, you know what I'm saying? And I was out there hustling because I was with the hustlers.
Correct.
I was with the guys who was getting money.
Correct.
And so when you look at me, I was living two lives. I was perpetuating this drug dealer lifestyle because I had what they had.
Correct.
You were 6'9" and without the snitching.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Big facts, right? Without the snitching. Right? So I had I had the whip, I had the rim. You know what I'm saying? I was fly. You know what I'm saying? I had the $800 Pele on it. You know what I'm saying?
Pele?
With the you know what I mean?
Listen.
Yeah, that's a home.
That Averex, that paper.
That Pele. And the Pele was one of one. You know what I'm saying? This particular joint was a one of one.
That exclusive.
Nah, 4/5, baby.
Yes.
45th, baby, to get you right.
What the Pele?
Probably get you right. He'd be like, yo, it's the only one I got. Like, yo, give me the only one.
Take it out the back, like,
I had the brown and gold joint.
Oh, you talking about on Broadway?
Yo, Broadway, B. My Oyes on Broadway all day. Yo, word, facts. So I had the one of one. So all I had to say, I was perpetrating. You know what I'm saying? Because people thought I was hustling. But
they know you had a job and everything, career.
They didn't know I was suited up during the day. And then at night, I was...
Teach me the game,
You know what I'm saying? Teach me the motherfucking game, ghost.
Teach me the game,
you know what I'm saying? And so, so that was the darkest moment for me. Right. It was the realization that I couldn't play both sides. And so I had to make a decision.
Meant death.
Yeah, one side meant death.
Like,
and even jail, honestly, because if you understand how RICO laws work, they could have attached me to that. They could have said, yo, this dude is taking his legit money.
Correct.
And he's funding this criminal enterprise. They could have easily did that. You know what I'm saying? And so it could have meant, death or incarceration at a time where it didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
I was winning. You know what I mean?
Made it out.
And so at that point, I decided that I would make a hard decision on which way I wanted to go.
Wow.
And I took that route. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, God bless, it worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked out for me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so happy that you decided
for sure.
Red pill, blue pill. You decided to take the right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
right
you know, at the end of the day, yeah, and at the end of the day, And at the end of the day, I feel like the biggest lesson or the thing that I realized, and I'm happy that I was able to get past that, is because now I'm a demonstration. You know what I'm saying? So now when my success, like you're the G's respect me. They still respect me. Like I can go anywhere, right? And I'm respected because I'm still Ash Cash from 129th and 8th Avenue, right? I just decided to go a different route. And so when the G's come home, when the G's they see me on the gram, when they see me traveling, when they see me on some of the biggest stages, when they see me on television, right? Yo, when they see me on Pix 11, they like, yo, that's Ash Cash. Yo, like that's like we played the block together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And so I think that you know what I mean? And so I think that's the biggest thing for me is to be able to not only give people the game, but also through my life and what I'm living,
Correct.
be able to,
Be an example.
be an example. Yeah, for sure.
Example.
Fire,
Sure.
Your perseverance was real. That's crazy.
Everything.
That's my
is
number
everything.
one motto with me, man.
Yeah.
Perseverance is real.
Yeah, facts.
Man. That's what's up. Man.
Yo, that was everything, and I'm so happy we get to see live and in the flesh.
Yeah.
You know, a person, you know, like you, who's again, you are a prime example. You are someone. You're not. There's nothing manifested, made up. It's like this is my real motherfucking life.
For sure.
So I was here, and I'm here.
Yeah.
And you know, you're a living testament. So I love that. Again, thank you so much for dropping those jewels on us. Reem'o, how we gonna what we doing in 2020 with your finances as we close out?
I already told you, no, we ain't close out. Yeah, we still got some time.
What's on your noggin?
We do the. When we supposed to do the men money and women money? Did we do that?
Did you do the men money, women money?
No, you. Listen,
He's trying to put the finances
with the game plan.
He's trying to put the finances
over
on
here,
me.
Bill Belichick. I'm just Tom Brady.
He want to put the finances on me, but we covered so much. So all right. So we're gonna pluck your brain for one other topic.
Yeah.
Right.
Men with money and women with money.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and what I mean by that specifically is, as a woman, we spend a lot of disposable income on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Hair, nails, the upkeep, because the upkeep of a
And
woman.
the community D.
I'm hoping chicks is not spending money on a community D.
Yeah.
I'm hoping a real one. If you a real one, you better not be spending no money on some community D. But I'm hearing the other side of it. Ladies, don't let me come out there. If you a real one,
don't think it's the community.
Yeah,
The
listen.
community is.
You cannot be part of the
community.
community and you giving advice to the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let them rock.
listen,
Let them
listen.
live.
Yeah, words.
As I was saying, so I hate both of y'all right now.
Let them live.
I hate both of y'all. So women spend a lot of money on upkeep.
Yeah.
Men spend a lot of money on cars, jewelry, kicks,
Yeah.
fresh cuts. And how many goddamn haircuts can a person get in 1 week? Like you at the barber on Monday, you at the barber on Friday,
I'm
you doing the
getting
touch up. You gotta get.
No.
It's like
I
so.
gotta get mine every 2 weeks.
All right, 2. Okay.
I'm
All right.
kind of shaky today.
So it's not once a week.
Only because
You're a little shaky. I noticed. I saw a little.
Ain't the Chris. Ain't the Fresco.
I saw a little. We're gonna let it rock because it's the holidays.
Ain't the Gene Chain.
Hey. So we want to know, what should be, again, this is our 10% that we can use
for sure.
on whatever the F we want.
For sure.
But we want to know, should we be spending that money on that?
Yeah.
Because again, these are old habits versus. Instead of spending money on your hair and your nails and everything, spending money on maybe a class or maybe something to advance you in a certain way, or maybe something that's mental health related. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
Need to blame Beyonce.
Yo, what the?
Beyonce got y'all effed up out here because y'all want to wake up like this, right? Okay.
I'm talking.
And Jay-Z got it fucked.
Yo, what's up?
That's facts.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yo, listen. So I want to flip it and say that yes, these are things that we need to for maintenance, but should we be spending our disposable income? And what I feel like in regards to enriching our lives in other ways that our community does not normally do, because we're in the kicks in the hair and all that. I want to do classes. I want to travel. I want to maybe volunteer and or I want to barter with someone. That's what I'm talking about. Instead of spending that disposable money on maintaining our upkeep so much, shifting it to something that's gonna enrich and enhance our lifestyle.
No, absolutely. I absolutely believe that, right? Because what happens is this, right? And this is something that I all 2020 and forever I'm preaching, is that you absolutely must have multiple streams of income.
Understood.
Right?
Woo, what does that mean? Even?
So multiple streams of income mean that if you are only relying on your job or your business, that one thing, then you are committing economic suicide.
Woo! Can we say it again?
Economic suicide.
Woo!
If you are only relying on that one source of income, you are committing economic suicide. And so what happens is this. If you make, and it's the same concept, if you're making money and that money is going out into things that it's only going one way.
Correct. Just
right? Your upkeep, all that stuff.
My haircut,
right.
I gotta get my sneakers.
None of that none of that, unless you are a model, an actor, or something that you're doing that's bringing you the bag. You know what I'm saying? Unless you know what I'm saying? Unless you are somebody that doing that upkeep is gonna get you the bag.
Correct.
I would say that make sure that all your money is just not going out and it's not coming back in. So I agree with you. I think that there needs to be self-development. People need to
self-development.
Be putting money into self-development. People need to be putting money into figuring out how they could create another source of income.
Okay.
We just talked about the phone.
Reinvesting in yourself.
Right. You could make money on your iPhone, right? And so if you decide, if you make some money and you decide if you're a good actor and you want to teach people how to get into the acting business, you know what I'm saying? If you're a good actor and you could teach people how to get, you know what I'm saying? You could teach people how to get into the acting game. Then potentially you go to thinkific.com. You know what I'm saying? You shoot a video with your iPhone 11 and you create this tutorial. You know what I mean? Shout to that. You feel me? And then you teach people how to get into the acting game. Got it. You charge them $20 and then you do that one time.
Give me $20.
Right? You do that one time, and then every time you sell that product or service, you get money back.
Yeah, I love
I'm the author, right? I've written 8 books.
Woo, 8.
4 of mine have been bestsellers, right?
28.
Every single month I get a check for stuff that in 2000 one chick told me to give her a loan.
Yeah.
Only thing so
references are crazy.
So
you catching up like, yo, Reem'o Meerak, yo, real talk, B. Yo, you ask Cash for all you need. You owe me a check, B. Using my references. I'm like, no, fam.
Facts.
It ain't happening.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, every month I get a check from something. My first book, Mind Right, Money Right, 10 Laws of Financial Freedom, came out 2009. So 10 plus years later, right?
Over
a decade later,
Tom Brady.
I still get, you know what I'm saying? I still get checks off of that. You know what I'm saying? So my point is that upkeep is good, but don't be upkeeping with money that you have to work for.
Correct, because we put a lot into our upkeep.
Yeah.
We want the freshen everything. We want the newest stuff. We want the lace everything. So, for me, that's a big contention for me, because if you're not advancing,
that's the secret.
That's the secret. What's your secret? Okay. As we go, what's your secret? What's your financial secrets? And Ash, thank you for dropping that jewel.
My thing is this, right? So when it comes to like the fresh to death.
The maintenance. You looking fly every time I see you.
The way I upkeep,
you looking fly.
I have an account
Reem'o.
with ThreadBeast.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So ThreadBeast, they send me a package of clothing for like $85.
Nice.
Maybe $185. So if it's $185, that's with a pair of kicks in it.
Okay.
So
wow.
That's only once a month.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying? That's once a month. Boom.
Wow.
So I'll leave it at that. The other thing is, if you really want to keep up with the name designs and all that other shit, real rap, you go to Century 21.
Correct.
The thing is, with us, and I hate to use us as example.
I know.
But we mentally get stuck on the name, like, okay, we gotta get
we gotta get this.
2020.
Right.
Polo Gucci.
Right.
And the Montclair.
Yeah. What about
but when you go to Century 21,
everything's
they
there.
have the same shit, but it's only 5 to 6 years. Stop.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
You mentally get away. So that's why when I caught game, because like I said, that's my experience.
Correct. You grow.
In retail and stuff like that. So I knew about these things when things went Penny Marshall.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I knew it. I was like, oh, the polos at Penny Marshall. Oh, that's going to Marshalls. That's going to Century 21. Thanks. That's going on what other one? Foreman Mill.
Yeah.
Yep. So I knew about that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh nah, I don't need to get
correct.
This.
You don't need to get there. You don't need to be at the store outside the store waiting in line.
I'll say
you
like
don't
kick
need.
swap.
Right. Yeah.
Oh God.
Is because
it's the same kicks every year with a different edition.
No, it is.
Different edition.
Nah, but these got nostalgic value to them, though.
It's
like
nostalgia.
Yeah. It got.
I don't get every single one.
Right.
See, that's the thing.
People have rooms and rooms of sneakers.
No, right.
Nothing in the bank.
Yeah.
No investment account, no savings. They don't
have
nothing.
Yo,
they feel like their sneakers are an investment, and I'm not saying they not, but you gotta have more to show to it than a room full of sneakers. That's my other. That's my thing.
Here's the other thing though.
And ladies, I'm y'all next.
Yeah, right. Here's the other thing though. See, fellas started smarting up with the kicks when the sneaker consignment stores started opening up.
That's true.
Image, sneaker. I think Sneaker Pimp. I forgot the other one. What's the other one? The main one. Premium Laces. What's the other one?
Oh my God. Good with that.
Oh my God, they're gonna kill me because I used to shop in there a lot.
Ooh.
It's right there downtown, 14th Street and Broadway. But no, but you go back in there and you sell your joints. As long as you upkeep them fresh.
Right.
But it gotta be the premium joints.
Yeah,
Don't be bringing your New Balances.
Right. Facts.
Talking about your fam, I need to pay back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your nose is closed.
Yeah.
Uptown's like, yo.
You know what I mean?
Yo, the other way though too. So this is what I do, right? The other way to like keep your gear fresh. I wear my own stuff, right?
Woo!
So, yo, MyRightMoney.com, you go get this right now.
On
the shop. What's the price on that?
I think it's like $20.
Yo, give me $20.
Say less. $20.
Oh,
cash.
You know what I'm saying?
I need what that.
That's fine.
PayPal.
MyRightMoney.com.
Independent.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Hit the shop button.
Woo.
And so that's the other thing, right? That's the other thing that I realized. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I make sure I got some fresh J's on or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, I always have my own joints because as a brand, right? As a public figure, if somebody see me with this, they be like, oh, where you get that from?
Again, going back to the multiple streams of income.
Absolutely.
The multiple streams of income.
Exactly.
I'm doing my maintenance looking fly, but it's fly my own shit.
Exactly.
So, ladies, I just want to say this.
Oh, yo, here we go. Thank you. Wait a minute, I've been waiting for this shit. I've been waiting for this shit. Because this one, for episode, Flaming the Dudes.
Yeah.
Flaming the
Do I
Dudes.
really be flaming the dudes?
Why Negroes
Do I really be flaming
let's
the
hear
dudes?
what you got to say to the women.
Yo, all I'm saying is this. I wholeheartedly 1,000,000,000% agree that our upkeep is real and it's expensive.
Oh my God.
And we upkeep for, the masses, ourselves, but men.
And for the community.
We're not upkeeping for the community. But what I want to say is there's a lot of things as when we could do ourselves. You could do your hair, yourself at home. You don't need the freshest. You don't need all that extra hair. You don't need let's tune in and do some stuff ourselves. You can get a nail kit, do your nails yourself. So, and I'm saying this from my own, I do my hair myself, all real. I do my nails myself.
First verse.
Everything. So you save a lot of money because, we be at the hair salon every 2 weeks, getting the wash and deep conditioning, getting getting your sewn, getting your lace. Yo, wigs are like $600 to $1,000. That's a lot of money on on hair. So I get it. And I feel like unless you a superstar, movie star level, I would want to see that in my bank account. So I'm saying, ladies, let's learn in 2020 to do some of these things ourselves so we're not a slave to the beauty salon. We're not a slave to another person, getting our disposable income and they're riding off into the sunset.
Right.
And you riding off until, your next paycheck. And so I'm not eating. We doing, hot dogs and hamburgers for the rest of the week. And we doing, ramen noodles. I want the ladies to reinvest in yourselves. You can still do upkeep. You can do upkeep on a budget. Learn to do some of the things that you can go on Amazon and get the whole kit for how you want to do your nails and do your hair. There's a YouTube video of how to do any hairstyle you want on YouTube. Right. Get with it. So ladies, for 2020, I just want to say, let's dial it back and kind of upkeep our maintenance ourselves, and let's save that money and let's invest it in something that can push us forward. You still be fly. So that's my 2020.
I'm gonna be her lawyer right now, son.
That's my 2020.
So basically, what she told you women is three things.
Yeah.
Stop watching Love and Hip Hop.
Yo, what?
You might as well burn all your Beyonce paraphernalia and stop following Carly B. That's all she said. That's what I read. Ruger spray is sex song.
I can't.
That's what I read.
Yo, listen.
And with them bars that she just read, that's what I
It was something like that.
Read.
It was something like that, but it wasn't all the way.
It was definitely
Beyonce, my fellow Virgo sister, I'm with you.
Nah, she said X that lemonade.
Never.
Get yourself some Kool-Aid.
Never.
Right? With some water and some sugar.
Yeah, make it at home.
Make it at home.
Make it at home.
Yeah, we need to hear that.
Yo, this has been one. Yo, I can't with you.
Your following just boosted
I
up.
can't with
Male
you.
supporters gonna be following you.
Yo, the male support me. The male support me. We with that.
Follow me on the know. Yo, she letting these women know, kid.
Yo, listen, I'm just saying
we saved arguments.
You know what? Well, I want the peace in relationships. I want the peace.
You ain't here with Chloe on the nose.
Do it at home. Do your hair yourself.
And yourself.
Do your nails yourself.
We ain't gotta go to the nail salon.
Yo.
We need to go to the seafood spot.
When the seafood city.
That one ain't open no more. That's how you know it's open. Food town.
Food
town ain't open no more.
Yo, we on Trader Joe's. You like that back walk, that 5 man?
that 5 thing.
Yo.
Stop and shop.
Yo, I can't. That stop and shop.
Yeah.
Yo, this has been one hell of an episode. How we gonna close? Like 2020 is gonna be an amazing fucking year for everybody, and that starts with your finances.
Yes,
Get your money right. Get your money right.
Yeah.
So how we closing? Cash takeaways. What's up?
Man, main takeaway, you know, in order to
Signing
get your
off.
finances right in 2020, get your mind right first, right? So your mind right
Starts here.
Starts there. Starts with the mind. Be
The
intentional about how your 2020 is gonna look. Do not wing it. Do not play it by
That
ear.
wing it.
Be
Woo.
very intentional about how your 2020 is gonna look. But then once once you're intentional, have that vision, right? Figure out what your 2020 is gonna look like. See it before you actually do it.
See it before you actually do it. We
And then-
manifest.
Right, manifesting. But now it don't stop at manifesting. That's the other thing. I do not want you to be like, oh, I speak things into existence.
But
no.
they didn't do shit.
And don't do nothing, right? I need you to visualize it. But then once you visualize it,
Keep it going.
go to work.
Put it in play.
You gotta put in work.
You gotta put
Put in work. And so get your in order to get your finances right, get your mind right first. Believe that you deserve it.
Right.
Visualize it.
Got it.
Then go to go to work.
Go to work. I love it.
Go to work.
Remo, what we got?
Nice.
You good?
This might be the first episode. Yo, I'm good, dog.
Woo.
But nonetheless,
What
like I
the
said,
Ruga
man,
got it? Come on, the Ruga got it?
No Ruga,
Come on.
no Ruga spray. We good.
What? No Ruga?
Nah, the new
okay.
Rugas
So
that's gonna be sprayed.
Oh,
Community
so this is
dish,
Yo,
this is-
2020.
The happy
2020?
hour, the happy hour
Is no?
virgin.
Yo, it's
Gonna
over?
be down to one drink.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
it.
ladies,
That's
You get a
it.
shot,
The
that's
two
it?
fours.
No, you might get the big glass. I'm gonna get you the big glass, and that's it.
The
That's
two
it.
fours is
That's
done.
about
It's
5
2019,
That's about a
baby.
5 shot.
Yeah.
If I get you the big glass, that's 15
All
hours.
right.
That's already 5 shots.
Yeah,
Listen.
yeah.
All right, we there. So listen, signing off with Chloe on the Know, Brown Beauty Brains.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
get your money right, get your money up, and we'll see you in 2021
wait,
on a.
we gotta get his. Let ask Cash. You know his information out. Where to follow him? Where's the website?
Lord.
Listen.
No, but
Yo,
we
get
know
it
it.
out, get it
Yo.
out. People know him.
You about to sign us
They
up?
know
Oh no!
him.
By the way, no, boo boo.
They know
Chloe
him.
on the know. Chloe.com. You bitches better follow me. Like, that's what you think.
It wasn't all that. It wasn't all that. I thought he got it out already.
Be in trouble.
Yo, I thought we made it. All right,
That's all
so
good.
what's
Look at
up?
him. He ain't gotta get his
Yo.
information
Yo,
out.
you should have
good.
said something. I said that.
I did say something.
Yo, I can't.
Yo, make sure you visit me, IamAshCash.com. Follow me everywhere on Instagram, IamAshCash, Facebook, IamAshCash, Twitter, IamAshCash.
Woo.
And no flexing. I'm Googleable. Google me, Ash Cash.
Google
We're in the
me.
building.
You hear that, boo?
Now take 2.
I'm good
Now
now.
take 2. You can go.
Mute.
Now you can go.
Mute.
No, all right, you know what? Hey, tech. All right, fine. We're gonna do it also. Yo, cut her mic.
What? You ain't got shit.
All right, no. All right, so look, you already know how I go. You know what it is, man.
Yo, Brown Beauty Brains.
Yo,
Chloe on
Brown
the Know.
Beauty Brains, Chloe on the Know. Yo, the Reem'o Meerak at the Reem'o Meerak.
Woo.
Yo, you already know the Instagram. All right, you heard.
2020
At
or
Reem'o
bust.
Approved. IG, Twitter, the website, Reem'oMeerak.com.
You know your websites, you stopping on the.
Hey, listen, so hey, dude, you gotta let everybody know, man.
Nice,
Chill.
nice,
Look,
nice.
Look, I didn't cut off Ash Cash.
I didn't cut him
No, you
off.
Heisman
Yeah.
talking. Like, yo, chill.
Heisman?
No.
Heisman?
Nope.
Yo.
Go back to Atlanta. Ash.
Yo, on the low though, but see, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad this interview went well because behind the scenes though,
early.
behind the scenes,
Oh, man.
she straight, yo.
Yeah,
Listen,
listen.
well, I
they
just want you to know.
Yo,
Two
my guy,
against one?
I appreciate you,
Thank you.
baby.
Two
I appreciate
against
you, my
one?
guy.
you.
You don't believe
Yo, I don't know, fam. You get
She
it's
did go Hollywood on
it's
you.
so dirty. I can't even repeat it on air. I can't even repeat what she did on air.
We just got an Apple.
Yo.
Don't make me Hollywood. We just got an Apple.
Yeah, listen.
Shout out to Apple listeners. Shout out to Spotify listeners.
Dirty, yo.
Shout out to Google Podcast
Yeah,
listeners
listen.
too.
They two
Real
against
rap.
one. It's 2 against 1. It's
And
a wrap.
you're real rap. Yo, shout out to the Maker Studios Network. You know,
Yo.
you know the brand came
Of
here.
course.
But
Thank you for having us.
Sir, I just want to
2020
let you know,
or bust.
the words of Chloe to know, not those of so I just want to let you know that. And on that note, we are out of here. I'm walking
out.
around. what's up? What's going on? You already know who this is, man. It's the Ruger Sprayer himself, Reem'o Meerak.
Hey, Brown Beauty Brains. # Chloe on the know.
You just finished watching another episode of the Reem'o Meerak
podcast.
Yes,
everything.
The podcast is everything.
Tune in.
Hey, you know what it is.
2020.
Also, too, you can also follow us at Apple Podcasts,
Woo, you
Spotify Podcasts,
Anchor,
and Google Podcasts. You heard?
Yo, we everywhere.
You know what's up. And on the Instagram as well. At the Reem'o Meerak. You already know what it is. Out here, you
Brown
heard?
Beauty Brains 2020 with Bus.